Hey guys, it's Thomas TJ here. See, I'm clearly doing Scratch. Now, if you don't know what Scratch is a sort of program, ICT program, which is free. You can download it for free. Just type in Scratch, download it, you probably get it for free. And you use all this coding. It makes coding pretty easy. Use all this kind of coding to do different games. Now, one of my episodes, I'll probably show you my penalty football game, which is quite complicated, like really complicated, and it's really good. But for now, I'm just going to show you some quick tutorials. So, first of all, control. Now this is where all the base things are. Now, as you can see, there's loads of different colors and all this sort of random sort of outlook and everything. But first things first, when green flag click. Now, if we put that in, what that does is, if you see here, start green flag scripts. Now basically that starts off everything that says this, starts that running, and this stops it. So if we do this, then if we put a command, say move 10 steps, every time we click that, the green flag, he'll move 10 steps. But we don't want to have to do that. We want to just be able to move as much as we want. So first things first, we have to associate a key on the keypad with the movement. So if we go to where is it? Forever if, and then move 10 steps. Now we've got to stick something in there, that shape. Okay? So sensing is pretty important. Now if we look down, key something press. So if we take this, let's say we want up arrow, or no wait, right arrow associated with moving to the right. Then we click that arrow, just choose whatever key you want, and then stick that in. Now what this means is, when you click the green flag, it will always move 10 steps if you've got the key right arrow pressed. So now, you can obviously edit it in edit mode sort of, and then click green flag. Now he's not moving, and then I'm clicking the right thing and he's moving. So, clicking right arrow and he's moving. Now, as you can see, it's a bit sort of dodgy the way he kind of glides at some point. So what we can do is we'll wait 1 second in. We can do 0.1 seconds, so it's not relatively long the time you have to wait. It's pretty quick. And so that means, because what happens is, when this forever if thing happens, that basically sets it off. Then it goes down in a logical order. So it moves 10 steps, waits 0.1 seconds, and then goes down here, and then it repeats. Some things, for instance, if you just have if, then you can follow on and whatever and put it inside. But that's all complicated, that's for next time. So now, I'm pressing right key. If I hold it down, he moves at a steady pace, which is nice. Now, obviously, if we take this, then we can also duplicate. If we right click on the top and click duplicate, and duplicate it, and this time we want to go left. The only problem is now, if I click the left key, they'll continue to move right. So what you need to do is, you need to point him in a direction first. So pointing in direction. Now what it does is quite helpful. It shows you the degrees. Right, left. We want to click left, so it's always going to point in the direction left. So now it's going to point left, but we've come to another problem, because now he's upside down. So what we want to do is, here shows you how the cat rotates. So that means he can turn 360. That means he can face left and right, and that means he doesn't change at all. So if we were to click this, then we would have to point this in direction 90, which is right. Then if you click the flag, I can move him in right and move him left quite nicely. So yeah, that's pretty useful. So we stop, and then if we duplicate this twice more, then we do key up arrow pressed, point in direction up, key down arrow pressed, point in direction down. So it's quite simple at the beginning, walking. So now I can basically just move all over the place. Now if you want to speed up how fast he goes, you can you can click move 20 steps. So to double the amount of steps he walks. So this is going to basically just speed up his movement. Right, like that. Now, it doesn't really look fluid at the moment, but if you're trying to like get it really fluid, it's quite complicated. You have to do velocity and everything, and trust me, that's quite hard. So I might do that as a later episode, if needs be. Okay, so we've got movement. Now we kind of want to switch the cap, because if I'm completely honest, I don't really like this cap. So we don't need a second costume. We're gonna edit this costume. Now what we can do is we can paint something like that, but I'd rather not. So once we rub that all out, we're going to clear, and we can import stuff. So it already has a set of images you can import. So if we take, I don't know, what can we use as a good sprite? Let's take the zebra. Okay, so zebra. Now if you can always add modifications. So you might want to give it red eyes, and maybe, I don't know, his tail's on fire or something. Yeah. So you can always add modifications if you really want. So now, as you can see, our sprite is a zebra. Using these tools at the top, this is shrink sprite, this is grow sprite. So we want to shrink it a bit because it's a bit big. Now we've got our sort of zebra fire thing, and he keeps the same script. So we basically have a moving zebra, which is quite cool. And again, with the stage, which is the background, usually won't need many scripts. You might want to change the background, that requires scripts like during the thing. But for now, we can import. We can take something from nature. I don't know, the beach. So they're all at the beach. And again, if you want to add something to the beach, that's all possible. So if you want to add a big black hole right there with, I don't know, blue tendrils coming out of it, then you can do that. And as you can see, it's right there. So the zebra, if we click the flag, the zebra's just walking around and gets trapped in a black hole, which we don't want. Now onto the actual game. Now if we click this, we add a new sprite, and I'm going to make it sort of a dodgeball thing, as you probably guessed from the title. So go back up folders, look in things, see if we find a basketball. Okay, so quite a nice basketball. I don't know though. I think I might just add a smiley face on it. You can increase the brush size right here quite easily. And then there's a smiley face on our basketball. So here's our basketball. We want to make it a bit smaller. And now for the movement of the basketball. So if we use the when that clicked, as always, forever, we always want it to continue moving 10 steps. But as you'll see when we start playing, this ball will probably go out of bounds. So another important tool is if on edge bounce. So if we click this, it's just gonna bounce like that. Now again, we don't really want this ball to rotate much, so we'll click this so it can look left and right. Now for the turning, start another one, and pick random 1 to 10. It's quite useful here. It's obviously not gonna always be 1 to 10, but for point and direction, we don't always need to use right or whatever. We can use our own values. So hang on, wait, no. Point and direction here. Pick random that in. So 1, 2, 360 means it will pick any random direction. We don't want it to constantly be changing directions because that would look a bit dodgy. So if we stick it forever in it, we'll do it forever. And then we go on to wait 1 second, and it will wait a second. So now we basically have a ball which is just going around kind of randomly. The pitch. So to make our game, when what we're gonna have to do is go back to our zebra over here, start another sort of script. We want to kind of clear some space for it so we can do it quite nicely. So when that clicked, if or forever if, preferably forever if, unless you want like an action that only really happens once. Forever if touching sprite 2, which is our basketball. Forever if touching sprite 2, we're going to control, go to the bottom, stop all, means that every single piece of script that says when green flag clicked will completely stop, so in effect the game will stop. So now, we start our thing, trying to run away from this basketball, which is kind of fast, and it got us, and now we can't move anymore, the basketball stopped moving, etc. So that's basically how you sort of do a simple kind of game, with a dodgy basketball going after a dodgy zebra. Of course, you can make it multiplayer. All you have to do is duplicate a zebra. It comes up as sprite 3, and instead of using the arrow keys, you use WASD. Sorry, I did that wrong. So that would basically create a 2-player game. So if we do that, of course the basketball's a bit close. It's gonna end pretty quickly because of course I have to control both. But God. Okay. So set the basketball in the black hole. That's a good idea. We got our 2 zebras here, and you can see they can both move as I control WSD and arrow keys. So that's how you make it 2-player. If you want to play with your friends or whatever. And so that's sort of how you make a simple Scratch game. I'm gonna build on this game for another maybe episode or 2. Get a bit complicated and then start a new, completely different idea. And maybe introduce you to variables, which is gonna be interesting. So, as always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the Scratch videos. Hope you enjoyed my other videos. See you guys. And also, don't forget to check out my friends and my brother Nicholas Games. So yeah.